Hello, Connective. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Subscribe, comment, and like without smashing anything. And let's get into this energy. This is a collective reading for Aries. Aries, it is your turn. Got this card. Somebody else got this card. Caught in the Ruins from the Akashic deck. We brought the Akashic deck back out. Let's pull one. It's this card. The law of cause and effect. Change your beliefs, change your life. Well, I think we stop pulling cards right there. We already know the whole story. Got yourself in a self-imposed prison because of your belief system. Awesome. Know your worth. A new moon in Taurus. Belief system around your worth, possibly. This is holding you back from finding a worthy mate. Whoops. Oh. Maybe. Maybe. Here. So, we have Know Your Worth, New Moon in Taurus. We've got this Law of Cause and Effect. Change your beliefs, change your life. We have Caught in the Ruins. We have the Garden and the Gate, which we've told this story before. The Garden and the Gate is like she's standing there. She could go either way. She can stay in the gate. She can go out the gate. The gate is locked, but she has the key around her neck. She makes the choice as to whether or not she wants to go and do better things or if she wants to stay and do the norm. And then we have Carrying Connections. So clearly, it is about a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It probably is. I'm picking up romance off of that card. And it's kind of like you're the person in the front. It could be a man or a woman, you know, identify as anything, but the person in the back, you're facing away from them in the card, but you really do care about them. There's a deep caring for this person. So what's happening? Okay. This Queen of Pentacles upside down again. Sorry. I'm like trying to figure out who's who here. So clearly at least 3 people. I mean, you could be one of them. I think you are one of them. But I think you're one of the swords. Let me make sure before I talk too much. Judgment back on the table. Judgment has been showing up. Okay, yeah, there's multiple people on the table. All right, so residual stuff, like these other readings here. Residual stuff from possibly the past. I don't see the past on the table, but, well, the law of cause and effect, so, yeah. Caught in the Ruins is usually a result of something. It's not the beginning of a situation. I mean, it can be. Right now, for the purposes of this reading, it's the beginning of your situation. But technically, it takes us something to get there. And we don't always necessarily know what that is. Sometimes we just wake up and find ourselves in the ruins. All right, so some of these people are showing themselves here. Okay, so originally when the King of Swords came out, I was wondering if this person was a good person. I mean, he's upright. So, you know, it denotes a good person. And then we had this Queen of Swords, which was also upright. I think the Queen of Swords is the one that's coming towards you. So whether you identify as a man or a woman, this Queen of Swords is coming towards you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a feminine energy. Like if you're a feminine energy, okay. So if you're the King of Swords and you're a masculine energy, this Queen of Swords could or could not be a feminine energy. It's just this card is denoting your match, okay? This Queen of Pentacles that's upside down is denoting that they're not your match. And so we have the garden and the gate here, and then we have these caring connections. It's funny because there's, we have the Eight of Cups, but the Eight of Cups is coming off as kind of like a separation, right? And then this Celebrate card is with it. I do see kind of like a breakup here. And that could be the law of cause and effect. I don't know if this breakup is coming or if it's already happened, but I see that it was supposed to happen. So the judgment of the situation ending, like you were supposed to experience this person and then it was supposed to end. You were supposed to learn something from it. You were supposed to heal from it, kind of a thing. The judgment, it's not just the ending of the situation. We always say that you're supposed to go through it so you can heal from it. You're supposed to go through it so that you can know what you don't want, so that you can figure out how not to have that happen again, which is kind of like healing from it, right? And usually the judgment is that. But I also think that the judgment was there to catapult you into either beginning a spiritual awakening or deepening your spiritual awakening. In other words, awakening more. It's a possibility that if you were already awakened when you were in this relationship, it was very surface. And frankly, I'm getting the hint that it was sort of easy, like things were just sort of happening for you kind of thing. And a lot of times that happens like when you're aligned, but I don't see that alignment here. It's almost like you just had it out of luck kind of thing. And then when this thing started to go south, this kind of like breakup or ending or kind of just seeing a person for what they were, it doesn't have to be this violent explosion. Then you started to realize it was almost like you had this peace and all this stuff was happening for you. And then as soon as your world started to get rocked, you lost that peace. You lost that grounding, right? You lost that alignment. You lost that kind of general happiness that you had sort of been walking around with. You had stuff happening in your life, but you were still like kind of, for lack of better words, happy-go-lucky. And when this thing started to kind of go sideways, all that went away. And you don't understand what's happening. You're kind of, you want to move. This caught in the ruins a lot of times is a self-imposed prison. You're behind a gate and the gate's locked, but there's no ceiling on this room. So when you finally do look up and see the potential, you can climb out, right? But not until then. And so it's one of those things where you're kind of sitting in it and you're not realizing that this is all happening because you're sitting in it. And you're sitting in it because you don't know your worth. The people around you do, maybe not all of them. This Queen of Pentacles, no, actually, I get the feeling that this Queen of Pentacles knows your worth too. They're just choosing to treat you a certain way. You're not going to get what you want out of this person. These cards are telling you to pivot away from this person. That this Queen of Swords, this match of yours, yes, you're going to have to be brave to move away from this person and move towards this other person. It might not be necessarily the breakup that you need to be brave for. It might be all the things that come with it kind of thing. I mean, if it's a divorce, there's a lot of things that happen within there that you might have to be brave for. So it's a possibility that is there. This is going to be hard. Sometimes the hardest thing is splitting up your phone bill. So it just depends on where you are there. So yes, you are going to need bravery to do that. But when you move towards that, this other person is going to meet you halfway. You won't have to do everything yourself. The judgment itself will bring the grounding. And yeah, you might have to work at it a little bit, especially if this situation is causing you anxiety, stress, anger, any kind of explosive emotions. You're going to have to learn to kind of reel that in and be, decent to this other person even when stuff's not going right. And you're going to have to get used to the idea and possibly even like the idea of ending this thing, walking away from this other person, allowing this judgment, being able to ground yourself, because this This feeling that you're getting, this doom kind of thing that's sitting over you, you stay with this other person, it's going to get worse, to the point where it becomes something that's running around in your head, and you're not going to be able to, it's going to be harder to ground. Let's just put it that way. The people around you won't be able to help you because you will not climb out. And it does start with your worth. You need to understand, if you look at this Queen of Swords person and you think that they're way up here, you need to understand that you're their match and that you're way up there too. And then climb out. And make sure that you, no matter how bad it feels, I'm going to pull one more card actually. No matter how bad it feels, know that it was the right thing. You know, these cards are actually telling you to celebrate that. It is time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited. Get excited about your future and all it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes back to you. With a little conscious effort on your part, that happy ending can and will be yours. Believe that. This is kind of like what we're talking about. We don't want to move sometimes away from things because we think that we're moving away from our happiness. You're not. You're not. If you were grounded, you would see that. But you need to allow this situation to end so that you can ground yourself and align yourself. And remember to remember that it's a good thing, even if it doesn't feel like it. Keep that in mind, Aries. Until we meet again.